Hi, this is Dr. Yoon-Hang Kim, and I'm a primarily, I would say, a root cause medicine physician who just didn't know such thing existed, and LDN just happens to be um, just really very interesting medicine with excellent properties. Uh, Hi, Sarah. And really, it's really changed the trajectory of what I do. And I didn't really understand what I was doing, what kind of medicine I was practicing. Of course, I did integrative medicine, um, and that was my focus. But I would say that I didn't know that I loved integrative medicine because I thought that that's more of a root cause medicine uh, than than conventional medicine. Because conventional medicine is what we call anti-medicine, and what that means is that we just suppress symptoms all the time, and that's not what I really like to do. I mean, and what I really discovered through integrative medicine is that you can use lifestyle medicine, you can use anti-inflammatory diet, you can use supplements to really calm things down. And I just didn't know that was a possibility. And then functional medicine, I got to really understand the value. And part of that is that I missed it first time when I was with Dr. Andrew Weil's group. He doesn't like functional medicine, speaks very ill of functional medicine. But my patients all love functional medicine. So um, when I designed groups, I basically thought that it would be better for me to learn how to do functional medicine. And over the 30 years, I did pick up a lot of functional medicine just because I'm interested, and my focus really is to improve patients' well-being, and that's what Dr. Weil talks about, and that's what I'm really into. So we haven't really begun yet, Sarah. We have 3 minutes, so I'm just getting ready for everything to be done. Um, so the first question I think Sarah has is actually about the the notion of oh no, menopause, hot flashes. It's all together. I mean, it's so I think you're just thinking about menopauses in general. The group actually is I run multiple groups. So if you're interested in topics, I thought you meant menopause and um, LDN. So that's what I thought you wanted to talk. So Tracy talks about switched from capsules to tablets. You go a lot from fillers to capsules, a lot less fillers in tablets. Do you need to drop the dose a while or switch one? So um, Tracy, I think that's an excellent question. But before doing that, Sarah was here first, and she asked about um, menopause. And I don't know if you mean menopause and LDN, but it's we talk about root cause medicine, we talk about LDN, we talk about integrative medicine, functional medicine, but um, a lot of these people are probably from the LDN group because we're nearing 9,000 people. So the how does LDN fit into menopause? So and LDN or low dose naltrexone can modulate opioid receptors transiently, which lowers number of or amount of endorphins um, in the body, and then prompt compensatory rise. What that means that it lowers endorphins, and then your body makes more and overcomes it. Not always though, and we can talk about that later. But it improves pain, improves mood, and improves sleep because the in menopause the estrogen does decline, and that shifts the immune system towards more pro-inflammatory state, and so the LDN does the opposite, anti-inflammatory immune modulation, And so that can help with fatigue, joint pain, brain fog, and even mood swings. So I think that LDN and bioidentical hormones really work well. There are studies that show that if you do it together, that it seems to um, work even better. So I use progesterone for improving sleep. Some people say that estrogen actually can help people to stay in sleep, which is excellent. But I think that the hormone is an important factor in sleep, mood, cravings, and energy in perimenopause and menopausal women. But we don't really have a lot of data on it. What I think would helps is that chronic pain or fibromyalgia like symptoms, musculoskeletal pain during menopause do get better in LDN. Brain fog, fatigue, mood also can improve. And I think that has to do with brain inflammation and neural inflammation that LDN can make better. So I think that there is no substitute for hormones when you need it. But of course, in integrative medicine, we do have tools in terms of supplements and whatnot to address it. And unfortunately, there's not like take this for everything. Um, but there are herbal approaches that can significantly cut down the need for other things. I know because I practiced classical naturopathic medicine without using hormone replacement, and the reason for that was that because my mother suffered breast cancer twice, and that's it's now family, another person's going through it. So in my practice, I prefer not to have any woman that I help to create the breast cancer. So, that's that. So the other thing is about Tracy asked about the capsules. I think the capsules is a capsules, tablets, all individual. Some people don't tolerate it. Some people don't mind it. In my case, I don't think my body really makes a difference. Some people, it's a big deal. But theoretically, we don't want to put more crap in our body. Sorry, I said that word. But we don't want to put things that are not good for us in our body. So I think that there's no really reason for us to go for a tablet, except for one reason: cost. Cost is a lot cheaper. When I used to practice in a rural Illinois, um, where I still maintain licensure and I still am open to taking care of the tri-state, which is Iowa, Missouri, and Illinois. The reason is that it is such a desolate area, like the place I was at. There was one supermarket in the entire county. So that kind of tells you what that is like. So I didn't want people to have to drive 3, 4, 5 hours to Chicago, St. Louis. So I created a program there. We took insurance, and some of the patients had Medicaid. And those of you who are in the U.S. know Medicaid means that they don't have a lot of resources. So I would instruct them to learn how to do that self-dilute, because the Medicaid covered regular naltrexone at 50 milligrams. So that's uh, so Avicel, uh, like in my case, I don't seem to I react to it, but there are people who have SIBO that really triggers SIBO symptoms. SIBO means that's small intestine bacterial overgrowth, and that means that those people have bacteria in small intestine when there should be no bacteria in small intestine. Dr. Andrew Weil, my teacher, hypothesized that the frequent use of Pepsid and things like that would result in lowering of the stomach pH. Then this lowering of the stomach pH encourages more bacteria to live in stomach, and he said that there would be consequences. And there is someone. Oh, uh, Michelle is here. So I am so glad, because I left some information in the other place, and I apologize, Michelle, because of your posts were very heartfelt, and we all felt really terrible about the difficulties you are having, and all these wonderful people were trying to help, But there's thing called community standards. My screen, there's big bold letters saying community standards. Remember the community standards. So no, that's not true. You may be to other people, but here we all care about you, and we really felt really bad, and that's why I think a lot of people try to help you, but in the process of doing that, the community standards get broken. But luckily, we're in school, and when you're there, I try to give you all the resources. So number one, there is a thing called endorphin deficiency. So, and there are and LDN causes LDN deficiency. Theoretically, you overcome it. But if the amount of what person is taking is too high and the person is already in endorphin deficiency, likely they're going to suffer more. And I know because when my nerve pain acted up, I had to take LDN again. I took it off because my keto was perfect, and keto reversed my autoimmune disease better than LDN. So I figured I don't need LDN. So I was off of it until that happened. So the formula that I use is, it's basically, do you have three dimensions of issues? Are you very sensitive? Have you been sick very long? And are you very, very vital? So depending those answers, if the answer is I am not very vital, I am very sensitive, I have been very ill at a long time, then I would say like each dimension, you make it 10 to the minus 1. So 10 to the minus 1 is 0.1 milligram. 10 to the minus 2, that means two questions that these people qualify, then is 10 micrograms, and then 3 would be 1 microgram. I recently had a person who tolerated not even 1 microgram. I had to ask the person to further dilute that amount, and now the person's tolerating it, and we're building it up. I have several patients like this, and my practice is all virtual practice. It covers Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Texas, Georgia, and Florida, and those are all places that I practice. And I love taking care of my patients. I really do. And part of the reason why I'm doing this is that when a colleague of mine's group got shut down, I just felt like I wanted to help them out, because there's people who are really suffering, and these a lot of physicians don't understand LDN, and because they don't understand LDN, what happens is that they put people in peril without knowing it, and that's why whenever Linda Elsgood of LDN Research Trust asked me to come speak, I go and speak because I want to try to help people as many possible. So the other thing I'm realizing is that I probably have 20 to 30 good years left, and so I can't possibly see all of them. So there are some changes that occur in my practice, is that I want to focus on people I can help rather than trying to help everybody. Now I like typical patient intake for me is about 30 minutes to 2 hours. And today there were 3 potentials, and 2 of them went really well. But one of them, the person refused to do any homework and basically tried to corner me to say, what are you going to do for me? So I said, nothing. You go find someone else. So, oh, Michelle, we need you in Texas. We need you in Texas. So I used to practice in California. I just couldn't, even though my wife is a professional, I'm a professional, we really got intimidated because I felt like both of us had to be continuously employed to survive in Texas, and I couldn't guarantee it. And we drove everywhere. It was really, really tough. But who doesn't love California, right? So if there's no more questions, I'm going to go through questions that they have, and let me see if I can find this in another place. And yeah, so this one is about advanced 5R gut restoration protocol. So IFM, or integrated an Institute for Functional Medicine, has created a lot of different ideas, but the 5R is for basically how do you heal your gut. So the 5R stands for remove the bad stuff, replace what's missing, re-inoculate with beneficial organisms, repair the mucosal linings, rebalance lifestyle factors. So I think that's really very, very interesting idea. And in Chinese medicine, they've been talking about this for several thousand years, saying that basically, basically they basically said stomach or digestive function is the most important function. So I think that probably is true. So we, I'm just very, very, very grateful for this group. We have a great group. We have great volunteer moderators. Tori really took really good care of us for the longest time, and because of the changes that I had to make, she's I think unfortunately she's not in agreement of what we have to do to protect our group, and I just feel like protecting our group is the most important service I can do. And for those of us like who can't like enjoy things the way things are here, can always go to school, and that's why I created the school thing. Is at first I wasn't sure I could keep up with all the changes that they want, and then what I did is I did create a AI agent that specifically is in charge of keeping this group, the LDN support group, safe. And so a lot of things that I have to say, I have to announce. As a matter of fact, this is being watched by Facebook. It's also watched by my AI, which will analyze what everything I said, and then give me a feedback and say that you need to do this, you need to do that. So I'm serious about keeping our group going. I think that is a really great group, and I'm very grateful to everyone who helps out. And Maria really is an amazing, amazing person. And Maria asked, would LDN be helpful situation someone's losing their vision? So you know what? I've done that. I'm doing it right now. There was a patient, two patients. One of them have macular degeneration. The other person has a optic nerve and retina inflammation. So I mean that's to say everything that can go is going wrong, and I'm using LDN, and I'm also doing stimulating transcranial electrical stimulation, electrical nerve stimulation too, and we're getting fantastic result. The person says he at first he couldn't even walk without someone walking with him. Now he can drive. He can walk by himself, but he can drive. He can do. So I think the LDN is really amazing. The more you learn about LDN, the more you learn about what we talked about. I thought I answered your question, Michelle. Basically, I don't know you at all, but in these kind of situations where people are having problems with increasing dose, I'm gonna guess that the questions I answered, you might have 3 or 4 or 5 questions, which means that your ideal starting point may be, 10 to the minus 5 or 6 milligram, which is nanogram. And the reason why one time I said what I said is because when people are endorphin depleted, and then you use too high of an LDN to create further endorphin depletion, I've noticed some people just can't recover, and from there it all goes downhill. So I always talk to patients and say, hey, what do you want to do? So Tracy, welcome. And it says, I had great success on VL, very low dose naltrexone. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to presume that means 1 microgram, 10 microgram range. And then my pain MD wants to be on much higher. So there's a reason for that. The reason is that if you have neuropathy on top of what you have, the neuropathy is a problem. And the neuropathy, so neuropathy doses are different than general pain doses and whatnot. And this is where the art of medicine and the science of medicine is still alive, and you need someone who's very well versed in LDN and managing pain to help you, and that's kind of what I do. Um, and Maria says, will that person help that person? I think it's worth a try. What a lot of people don't understand is that LDN is not the only tool I have. It just happens to be a cornerstone. That means it goes down first. But I do have a lot of other tools that I use, like the transcranial nerve, electrical nerve stimulation can make a huge difference. Um, so yes, I think that, but the issue is that is a nerve issue, and my patient, he was told that they have uh, nerve issue. So that's that. And I'm gonna tell Michelle, come by to our fair state of Texas, in Fredericksburg, Texas. I see patients in real life, and it's called. And if you contact me from not here but from school, I can send you information on how to come to Texas. Fredericksburg is like one of the most beautiful, cute towns in the world. It's kind of like Switzerland almost. It's really, really wonderful. So, can you say dose, yes or no? We are still on Facebook, and I'm trying to figure out how to use the YouTube. It's not as intuitive as Facebook. It looks like I have to purchase another software, and I'm taking a break on spending because the school I have to pay for, and there are a lot of services you don't see upfront, like the hosting of the webs and whatnot. And so, um, Tracy, I invite you to come to our group in the other place, that the school, because the school, we can talk about those, there's no problem. But here we have to be careful because we have to play by the Facebook rules. So, and that's something that I have. So, Michelle, I do have a former patients in California. They're coming to see me in Fredericksburg, Texas, because I think the difference is that I really love helping people, and I've been very fortunate to be taught by really amazing, amazing teachers who were doctors of presidents, and I thought everyone was like me, that everyone was crazy to get people better and they would learn. And I found out that most doctors, I cannot say any bad word. Last time, my AI was not happy that I said bad word. So, blank, 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 money loving, blank, blank, blank. So you can fill out the blank. A lot of people, including some of the doctors I've been, are just despicable human beings. They don't have humanity in them. They're just like avaricious um, monsters that just love money. Oh no, you should just move to Texas. We're just such a wonderful, wonderful place. Oh, TMJ, and I think the TMJ is a little tricky because again, that's a condition I use multiple approaches, and it really depends why you have it. I think that why is there TMJ? But LDN is not a wrong response, and I would probably utilize acupuncture neurology to either shock your system to reset it, and or not. And if you can come to Texas, come to Texas, or better yet, maybe I can go to Florida. I Yeah, I do practice out of Florida too. So I have some patients out of Florida, and my dream actually is to purchase a van and then go to state when my wife allows me to, and and visit my patients and have coffee or tea or um, something like that. So Michelle says, even if I went there, no, not really. We would design something and put you right, and then give you guidance. And I think we're allowed to talk once we are established. And I just have to give these people 6 months of medication, so that or 1 year of medication, so they can just come. once a month. I'm serious. The San Antonio, not compared to Fredericksburg, not charming, but Fredericksburg is really charming. I really, it's really. So Charlie says she had dry needling. Dry needling, my dear, is PT people who want to forget acupuncture, and no, because and the acupuncture neurology is the same way. It's most of the acupuncturists don't know how to do it. They just know the points, but they don't know the theory behind it. And something happened in China. The best acupuncturists use science, and those people feel um, like they have to come to U.S. So the guy who taught me this actually come from China, and he doesn't believe in anything acupuncturist has to say, and he believes in neuroscience, and so and that's how I learned from him is that I just want to get my people better. I'm not interested in politics. I'm not interested in theory. So dry needling, of course, is a weak version of acupuncture, and I don't consider it very useful, except for some conditions can be useful. And part of the issue is that these people are not needle people. They've just learned it as part of post PT, and I don't think that they understand acupuncture. I don't think they know the acupuncture. They just know one technique, dry needling. So, yeah, Tracy, you're right. I mean, the LDN is like my neuropathy is much better now, and I can actually feel my leg. Before, it just felt really, really numb. So, Connie, welcome. Is LDN effective for trigeminal neuralgia? So, in my practice, it is. In my practice, about 80 to 90%, and it is something that I use a lot. And for the community standards, I want to say that my name is Yoon-Hang Kim. I'm a licensed physician, and I'm not giving medical advice. I'm discussing what works in my practice, what isn't. It's an educational session, not medical advice. My AI listens to this too, and then if I say this, it likes it. So it's like 80% of the time to 90% of time trigeminal neuralgia, post-herpetic neuralgia. Post-herpetic neuralgia is after shingles pain. So that's something that can be helpful for that. And there's not a lot that works. I mean, we use pregabalin, we use gabapentin. And if it works for you, fantastic. But if it doesn't work for you, you still get the side effects. So in my practice, LDN is the first thing. And some people say alpha lipoic acid can be useful. I would say, what do you have got to lose? Try it. So, Michelle, I have to ban you again because you can't say, "Can I message you?" Um, uh, so please refrain from saying that. That is red flag. If that person contacts you, just delete it. Don't answer it. DM private message DM in a health group is a red flag behavior as far as Facebook is concerned, and really, um, it's regrettable. But I had to delete that comment. We have to police ourselves. Michelle, you don't know. That's all. And if you're interested, I'll upload all the information our moderators go through. Who knows? You'll come back as a moderator because you will know the rules inside and out. I just need to say that my loyalty goes to our group. We saw the biggest and the oldest group get vaporized, so we don't want that happen to our group. Our group is a great group. We have great moderators. We have great people. And we have people who really need our help. So I feel like we should stay here and help people. And Michelle, just contact me on school. I mean, you can, that's outside here. Here, it's all connected. It's all meta-universe. It's multiverse. So WhatsApp is connected, Threads, Instagram, Facebook, all meta-universe. So I learned that it's really unsafe for us to we have to keep to our community standard, otherwise we'll get in trouble. So other questions I can answer, otherwise I'll start looking at questions and then go through them. put it elsewhere. I'm going to put it elsewhere. What I'm doing is that I'm using the main screen to look at the Facebook, and then I'm also looking at other questions that we have, so that my head is tilted one way. It's because I'm looking at other questions. What's something you can do now that you couldn't do doing LDN? I think for me that I didn't know I can reverse autoimmune diseases. I didn't know that I can treat neuropathy. I didn't know that through LDN we would be able to reverse neurological conditions. So I didn't know. And then this person asking about dreams, and that's normal, I think, but not everyone has it. And Tracy says that I'm so grateful you and you're sharing general knowledge here. I think it's really important because again, blank 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 people who practice medicine, I really think that a lot of them should have been bankers, or they should have gone to Wall Street, because it looks like the only thing they care about is money, money, money. And probably I am not very good example of a good businessman, but I think there's has to be a balance in my opinion. So um, I think the group is really wonderful. I think school is really wonderful. The intent of your moderators and myself, we want to stay in Facebook as long as possible, and that's why we're so strict, because we recognize that there are a lot of other tools, but it's going to probably take a year, 2 years for them to have some kind of parity. And for example, everyone here, if you can go to join the school group, that'd be fantastic. I'm looking for probably 30 more people, and then 1% of our group would have been there. And because we may be 9,000, but not 9,000 people are active. Probably 10% are active. So let's say we're 10,000. 10% is I don't know how many, maybe 1,000 people. And out of that 10%, so maybe 100 people. So when we have 80 people who are active in school, we don't have 10,000, but we have a mass 1%. So that's what I think. So if you're grateful, come and join us in school. That makes us stronger. And and Facebook's watching this, and they would probably know that some of the people are they are having multiple bases, not just one thing, which is why they have Instagram, Threads, WhatsApp. They own all that universe. So other questions, some of the side effects. So side effects, I think, is that if you are depleted with endorphins, the chances are that if you take too high of a dose, that you're going to have serious problems. Some people even pass out from it. For me, I knew that because of neuropathy, I had to go up dose quickly. So what Michelle was going through, I was going through too. It was really uncomfortable. But the thing is, I know I have to get to that dose, because and I know everything's temporary. So I would take it and then take a break one day, take a break one day until I can take it, double the dose, take a break one day, double the dose, take it, and then now I can take up to triple, quadruple the dose. And and you notice I didn't tell you what dose I'm taking, because they don't like that either. So even though it's experience. So that's and that's why I share information, because if you don't share information, where are you going to get the information? And you're going to get it from, we call it, I think, blind leading the blind, and I don't think that's the best way. I don't want people to go to blind leading the blind. So what are the side effects? Yeah, so that's some of the side effects. It can be headache, it can be insomnia, it can be wanting to sleep all the time. It depends on how your neurological system is, what do you call, is wired. And we're all individuals. That's why when people say, what is the optimal dose? It's like, tell me. It's like, well, it doesn't really matter, because why it doesn't matter? Because that's your dose, not other people's dose. Just like, I mean, tongue in cheek, if you have, your spouse, right person for you, hopefully, but it wouldn't be right person for your best friend or your sister or your cousin. It's just individualized. And LDN's kind of like that. The way it's the effect it has on you is individualized, but it has to do with genetics. It has to do with endorphin deficiency. If you have that, going as Charlie loves to say this, start low and go slow. I think that's a great idea. I mean, Charlie has really, really great ideas. So that's I do agree with that. And then let's see. There's so many people like I'm gonna try it again, but it's so funny because they won't do it at 1 microgram, and I just don't understand that. But that's my practice. In my practice, I do it this way. It doesn't mean that's the right way, but that's what I am known for in LDN world. When everyone was using 1.5, I said we should use 0.5, and then when we started using 0.5, that became more of a standard. I noticed that 0.1 is even better, and now I don't even believe that. I do it. I individualize by asking questions. Some people say, "Is there a way to calculate or test?" Yeah, very expensive, but I mean, there's so many cool tests you can do now, but probably most people they don't have the budget for it, and there's probably not even enough blood to to make that happen. So I think that that's what I think. So the other thing is, so it's about 30 minutes. If you have questions, I'm going to stick around. Tracy, so thank you so much for joining us in school. And I just want you to know that probably puts pressure on Facebook too, because they don't want to lose everyone to different forums here, there, social. So, they're all trying to find secondary home. And I look too, Reddit, I don't like how Reddit looks. So that was off for me. And then I like Facebook look, I like school look. There's this thing called social, but I really wasn't interested in social. So what I'm doing is what I'm doing right now, just school and this. And the great thing about school, okay, you can't talk about those, you can't talk about things like that. So I'm gonna have to delete you again, Michelle. And I think my heart goes out to Michelle. I think that she's just wants to help people, and yeah. So yeah, that's so Tracy is in our school group, Michelle. You can there's no such rules in school, and that's what was attractive to me is that school for health groups, they they didn't have all these rules. They don't have an AI that basically is on the prowl, and um, yeah. So I keep asking the wrong questions. No, it's you're not asking wrong questions. You're asking the right questions. Your question just happens to be contrabanded or puts our group in danger in Facebook, which is the reason that I am looking for different resources. YouTube Live, like I said, it's more complicated, and I have to purchase more software. So that means I have to learn how to use the software, and it's not even the money; it's the time. And Facebook, I can just come on and go live, and it makes me smarter because, like I said, my agent, AI agent, is listening to me, and it's going to tear through this script and give me advice, and that goes to my moderators so that my moderators know that I'm improving and I'm putting an effort into keeping this group safe. So no, I can't kick you out of Facebook, but the Facebook can kick you out. And it's you have to. I love Facebook, um, but you have to understand that the world of Facebook does not know mercy. There's no appeal. It's all done by their rules, by their people, and one day rule. That's it. Look at that group, that huge group that was here for the longest times. It's gone. It's gone. Madeline used to run a group, and then I helped her to increase that group size by 2 times, and then it got zapped. There's one group that Michelle is there, and she's asking all kinds of interesting questions. And I reached out to the owner or the administrator, and that I think they're taking it seriously, but they're not interested in talking to me. So I wish them luck. But if they go, we're next. If they go, we're next. So that's why we're being super strict. We're being up and up. We're respecting what community standards Facebook has. And even school, they say that I can change the rules on you guys anytime, and that's right. It's their platform. The terms of use allows that. So no one's gonna kick you out here, but Facebook's a different matter. And I think that even that group, the other group, they have tightened up after I wrote to the leader. So that's good. I mean, I don't have to talk to them. If they, my main reason for wanting to keep them safe is a selfish reason. As long as they're there, they're a bigger target than us. But when they're gone, we are the biggest target. So that's the reason I think that way. Let's see. Oh, so a lot of people are just saying that they like what we're doing. So if there's no questions, this is going to be in YouTube, and then I'll upload the link. I do appreciate everyone here, and Michelle, you look like a very, very wonderful person. You have a really great heart, and you're suffering a lot. Post in school. Even the other group, you could be the reason the other group goes. So just understand there's a thing called Facebook community standards. As a matter of fact, I'll pull that up. Facebook, Google, Facebook community standards, and then you can find it. And I have put it up for people before, but this one is for Michelle. Michelle. What is community standard, and what are they looking for? But big things are like giving medical advice, receiving medical advice. Where can you get this? Where can you get that? Not allowed. You ought to do this. You should do this. Not allowed. So even I think one time Charlie said the usual, go slow, and that could be interpreted as medical advice. So that can be edited as my experience has been starting low and going slow has been very helpful for me to avoid side effects. Or I could say not starting high and going fast triggers side effects for sure. But in my case, I needed to get to the dose quickly. But even myself, I just felt like I was going to die. I don't know if you can relate to that, Michelle. So it was really terrible. For the one day it was terrible, and then I would take a break, and then I would challenge again, take a break, challenge again. But in my case, for neuropathy, the doses are different, so I had to get there. And I appreciate everyone. Michelle, read this, and follow, and then you'll understand why I'm concerned for the other group, because they are not following a lot of these rules. And if you're interested, we have, like I said, we developed a Facebook like how to play, like rule book, how to play. And you notice that that I'm outside our group. I'm risking my personal account, which means a lot to me, but I'm also very careful. So everyone, have a great weekend. I really appreciate everyone here. And can I talk louder? I don't know, Amy, because you can see this is a professional microphone, and so I probably, as microphone goes, this is one of the top of the line microphone. So I'm talking into it. Last week, the microphone was elsewhere, but maybe I can have it like this. Is it better, Amy? Amy, can you tell me? So yeah, microphone is a big issue. So all of us, we invest in microphones that are good. So, well, I'm going to sign off, and everyone have a great weekend. I'm thinking about doing one Saturday and then alternating with one Friday. The reason is because this way, our friends in Australia is able to join us. Any people from Australia here? Can you let me know? It would be so funny if I designed this for Australia and none of the Australians or New Zealanders show up. All right, I'm going to let you go. Have a great weekend. Thank you.